Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is your Goddess Guru, Omilade, here to share a word of inspiration on your path to self-realization, knowing the truth of who and what you are. Do you really know all of the great and wondrous energy that you are? And on your path to self-mastery, mastering your lessons, your gifts, your talents, so that you become better, and as you become better, the world becomes better. Today I wanted to make a video on libations, pouring libations to honor your ancestors and the energy of the universe. This is a tradition that I learned originally from Iyanla Vanzant. She is an author, and she also is on a show that is on the O Network. I don't really watch TV or anything like that, so I haven't watched the show, but I know she's an amazing woman, someone who I consider to be one of my original gurus, though I've never met her. Her work is just that powerful. Anyway, back in the early 90s, I was introduced to this book called Tapping the Power Within, and in it she talked about ancestral veneration. At the time, I was, still very much Christian and have been taught, don't be afraid of worshiping false gods, and, just had that teaching in me. So honoring the ancestors was something that was, or ancestral veneration, honoring the ancestors in a ritualistic way was something that was foreign to me. I will say that honoring my ancestors was not foreign to me. I always have remembered the ones that I was told about, the ancestors who passed on who I actually knew, such as my grandmother, my grandfathers. But the ritual aspect, venerating the ancestors, was very foreign, and I felt afraid of it. But I knew there was something about the ritual that it was intriguing. When my mother died in 1997, I just was devastated. I loved my mother so much. I missed her. And there was a priestess who I met, Iya Olaomi, who, when I mentioned how much I just felt so separated from my mom, she was like, "Oh, your mom is not gone anywhere. She's with you." I thought, wow, okay. At some point, probably in 1998, which is around the same time I met her, I decided to start pouring libations because I was in so much pain. And so I started pouring libations to honor my ancestors, one of which was my mother. And I noticed how much better I felt. And so for a very long time, I remember thinking back on it, it was about 10 years. I poured libations, and then one day I had this wonderful experience where I truly felt the presence of my ancestors open up in a way where, it's a relationship. And that's what pouring libations is all about, feeding the ancestors. That's what it's all about, is developing a relationship with our ancestors. So, it's something that has been done for a very long time in many, many traditions. I like to tell people all the time, watch the movie Mulan, because Mulan really and truly is an example, as I see it, of how the ancestors help us. We may not know they are there, but they are there. And pouring libations, talking to the ancestors, developing that connection, makes their connection to us stronger, and their ability to assist us, because the ancestors can see far ahead sometimes where we cannot see. There are times when we may need something, and we can call on our ancestors to assist us and show us which way to go. And so this is such a powerful ritual. It also is a ritual that is very beneficial in the self-healing process, especially if you feel like you're a part of a lineage where there are ancestral curses and you want to break the curse. Once the ancestors cross over, they can show the way to get out of those negative patterns that so many people in the family find themselves caught in. For some it's poverty, for some it's addiction, abuse, inability to have a long-lasting, loving, sustainable love relationship, happiness. Some people come from a legacy where people are just not happy and they want to break that cycle. Working with the ancestors is a way to do that, because as we work with the ancestors and we heal ourselves, we heal our ancestral lineage. And so oftentimes when I divine for people, I do a reading for people, it is indicated that they need to work with their ancestors. This is, for me, spiritual, not religious. And so you do not need to be initiated into any one particular tradition to do these rituals. My way of doing it may not be your way of doing it. It is best to come up with a format that you're using, but allow that your ancestors to show you how to do the libations in a way that is best for you. And like I said, with these ancestral libations and prayers, we're honoring the ancestors and we're honoring other forces of nature, other spiritual energies. And so what I'm going to do is share, which mine is based on the tradition out of the Yoruba people, the Ifa Orisha tradition. So the words you'll hear, some of the words you hear me say, and I'm just going to share what I use, and then I'm going to share what Iyanla gave, so that you can you know, have an example that not everyone does libations in the exact same way. But, you know, just don't be afraid. There's not, the ancestors will show you the way. If you're not perfect, just think about those loving types of grandparents where their grandchildren can do no wrong, and they will take all the time in the world because they know that grandbaby is so sweet, innocent, and precious. They will show that grandbaby how to do that particular thing. And that's how our ancestors are. We are so precious to our ancestors that the fact that we even say, thank you, ancestors. That's all you ever said. Ancestors, thank you. They would say, oh, that is so precious. And they will be working so hard for you, okay? They want to work for you. So this book is the Handbook of Yoruba Religious Concepts by Baba Ifa Karaday. And I originally started out using Iyanla's way, and then after I initiated, I started using this way. Moji bar means I give honor, I give homage, I give homage. So you'll hear me saying Moji bar quite a bit. I'll say it in the Yoruba language because that's how it is, and this is how I typically say it. But then you'll even hear, because I'm interjecting what I have put into this, my own added stuff, you'll hear some English words too. But I'll go back and read to you what it means, or maybe I'll do it along the way. Omi tutu, ile tutu, onu tutu, tutu eshu, tutu orisha. Moji, I give honor. Is Moji bar. Omi is water. Tutu is cool and fresh. And ile is house. And then we're honoring the Orisha Eshu, and then all of the Orisha. Moji ba Olorum, Moji ba Olofi, Moji ba Olodumare. So we will honor or pay homage to Olorum, the heavens, Olofi, and Olodumare. These are all aspects of the Creator. Moji ba Ibe Egun Bokbo Eguni Bay, honoring the ancestors. Moji ba Bablarisha, Ialarisha, Oluwa Ara Arun. So we're paying honor and homage to the Orisha, the elders, citizens of heaven, to our godfathers, to our godmothers. Moji bar Bokbo Ikubalise Oludumare Iba Ye Orun. All the dead that bow down at the feet of Oludumare in heaven. So we're paying homage to them. Moji bar the moon, the stars, the north, the south, the east, and the west. Moji bar the Iyami, the ancient mothers. Ki Kamase Kerede Anke. This is honoring our lineage. In the Ifa tradition, there are lineages. So we're asking them to protect us and those of my spiritual lineage. Kosi Iku, Kosi Orun, Kosi Ofo, Kosi Fitibo, Kosi Idina, Kosi Egba, Kosi Ese, Kosi Ayo. So we're asking to help us avert. Kosi means to avert. To avert death, sickness, loss, being overwhelmed, obstacles, paralysis, evil, tragedy. And I'll also say Kosi, and please help us to avert anything negative or that could negatively affect me and my family. Fumi Ire, Fumi Iwapele, Fumi Alafia. So I'm asking Fumi, bring to us, me and my family, good character, blessings, and peace. And you could say, you know, Fumi, anything good that you want to come your way. Eriku Baba Wa, Eriku Iyawa, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So Eriku means let us not see death. Let us not see death. We're asking our father and our mother to not let us see death, the spiritual father and mother. So Omi Tutu, Ile Tutu, Onu Tutu, Tutu Eshu, Tutu Arisha, Moji Ba Lurum, Moji Ba Alofi, Moji Ba Oludamari, Moji Ba Ibe Gun, Bobo Eguni Bay, Moji Ba Babarisha, Ia Larisha, Olawa Ara Arum, Moji Ba Bobo Ikubalise, Oludamari, Ibe Arum, Moji Ba Mother Earth, the fire, the water, the air, the ethers, the moon, the stars, the sun, Moji Ba, the Iami, the ancient mothers, Moji Ba, the north, the south, the east, and the west, Ki Kamase, Kerede Anke. Kosi Aku, Kosi Arun, Kosi Afo, Kosi Fitibo, Kosi Adina, Kosi Egba, Kosi Eshe, Kosi Ayo, and to avert any other negative energies or situations that can negatively affect me and my family. Fumi Ire, Fumi Iwapele, Fumi Alafia, and bring us all the blessings that are ours, just all the blessings that are supposed to be ours, and may we be open to receive them. Eriku Babawa, Eriku Iyawa, Ashe, 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 oh. So I just did it again so you could hear how I did it. I do encourage you to buy this book, or I tried searching. You know, when you are looking at African traditional spirituality, folks just don't share a whole lot of rituals online, and to a certain degree that's really good, because it's good for us to have to, you know, work with someone initially, that there's, you know, value and honor in the mysteries. But for those of us that really are searching and we really need it, it always helps to find something to help us. So that's why I'm making this video. Oh gosh, I'm so glad I'm looking at this. So I'm looking at Iyanla's book, and the way you do it is you need a glass or a cup of some sort to pour water out when you're pouring the libations. So, you know, Omi Tutu, Ile Tutu, Onu Tutu, Tutu Ashu, Tutu Arisha. So as you say each line, you pour the libation, okay? You're pouring out water, and you pour it onto the earth. You can go outside and do your libations. If you have houseplants, you can do your libations. If you really are struggling, because one lady said, oh, I only have 2 houseplants and they're getting saturated with me pouring libations every day. Well, go outside and pour the libations. But perhaps you live in, you know, a place that gets super cold. Another option would be just pour it into another clear, you know, container of some sort. Don't get legalistic with it. So let me just read what Iyanla says. Libations are an ancient African tradition in which we honor and invite universal and ancestral energies into our space of being. Libations are traditionally poured by priests or elders. You can, however, pour personal libations on a daily basis or for a special occasion in your home. I say daily. The libation is for ancestral services and personal daily blessings. This should be done after you have blessed your head, which, okay, I guess I'm going to have to make a video about blessing your head now. You will need a small bowl, the libation offering, which can be fresh spring water, gin, or white rum. I forgot to mention that. You can use gin or white rum. A small wooden bowl or cup used for pouring, and a list of the names of your ancestors who have passed on. As you can see in my libations, I don't call on the names of my ancestors. I do have an ancestral altar throughout, you know, when I hear ancestors' names come up, or, you know, I just take moments to call out my ancestors' names, but not necessarily in my daily libations. They know I'm talking to them now. But special occasions, yes, you know, it would be good to just call out all those ancestors. You could, on a daily basis, call out some key ancestors, you know, like 2 or 3 if you want to. Or you can call all your ancestors. It's your ritual, okay? It's all about your heart and what you feel led to do. You may pour your libation directly into a bowl, onto the floor, or in your front or backyard. Fill your pouring cup half full of the libation offering. I sometimes need, like, to make my cup sort of full, because I pour out way too much water sometimes. That just, you'll figure out how much to pour out. You should kneel for the pouring of libation by placing your right knee to the ground. If you have bad knees, just use the position that's best for you. I have knees that are very sensitive, so I understand. Some people cannot do that. Just do your best. The ancestors will appreciate you. If you're pouring libation into a bowl, position it in front of you. Your words of supplication will establish the end of one sentence and the beginning of another. You may choose the word Ashe, which means power, Amen, which means grace, or and so it is. And she used Ashe. Ashe is spelled A-S-E, and that S is sh. So, you know, it's like a special accent or symbols on it to make it sh. You could see it A-X-E. That's how they say it down in Brazil. Sometimes you see A-S-H-E. The way she's spelling it is what I see in the Ifa traditions, like Santeria, Lukumi. A-C-H-E. It don't matter. There was no written language back then. We just all making stuff up. But for me, A-S-E is the most correct spelling, but you can see it, find it in all those different ways. So just, that was a little education tip right there. As you begin each sentence, pour a small amount of the libation offering on the floor or into the bowl. As always, begin by centering yourself with deep breath. Inhale slowly through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And you want to relax your body. And you pour small libation. I'm going to read hers. And when you see me do this, you know it's time to move. Well, when you hear Ashe, you know it's time to pour again. Father of all creation, I salute you, Ashe. Mother of all creation, I salute you, Ashe. I salute your energy from the north, south, east, and the west, Ashe. I salute your energy in the air, water, fire, and earth, Ashe. I salute your energy of the past, the present, the future, Ashe. I salute the energy of light and of darkness, Ashe. I salute all the energies which you created, of which I am made, Ashe. I salute all spirits of nature, Ashe. I salute the mineral kingdom, animal kingdom, and kingdom of heaven and earth, Ashe. Father, Mother, God, I salute the energy of the masculine energy within me, the feminine energy within me, and the spirit of the child within me, Ashe. I salute all that I am, all that I have been, all that I am becoming through your divine truth and light, Ashe. I salute the spirits of my ancestors whose blood runs through my veins, Ashe. I salute all of my ancestors who died in foreign lands, Ashe. I salute all of my ancestors who died in the Middle Passage, Ashe. I salute all of my ancestors whose names are unknown and forgotten, Ashe. I salute those whom I know by calling their names. And then you call the list of names. Before each name, pour an offering. After you say each name, say your word of supplication. Ashe, Amen, so be it. Once you have called the name, all the ancestral names, recite the prayer for the guardian spirits, which can be found in her book, this little book. And you can end it with Ashe. you want to close it out with your word of supplication. Your libation is now complete. If you have any specific requests for assistance or guidance throughout the day, make that request now. When you have completed your request, close by saying your word of supplication 3 times. So for me, I would say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Oh. So that is Iyanla's version of libations. Okay. And so I hope the thing that you leave with from this video is the importance of not being legalistic, but being sincere. And I am a spiritual scientist. And so I say, give it a whirl. You're watching this video for a reason. And watch the effects, because that's really what made me continue doing the libations. When I did the libations, I felt better. When I didn't do the libations, I didn't feel as well. And so I just started doing the libations on a daily basis. And so now, having the connection that I have with my ancestors, that's proof enough for me to just keep going. So that is what I have for you on libations. If you have questions, you put them in the comments here. And for those who I'm sending this to as a part of your divination, just send me an email or text message, okay? So I just want to give thanks to the ancestors for helping me to remember the truth of who and what I am, these rituals. And I want to give thanks for all my teachers who have helped me to be confident and courageous enough to give this a try, so that I could see just how wonderful it is to pour libations. Thank you so much. I wish you a wonderful day. Ashe.